friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirits, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you. Today's reading will be taking a look at what do you need to know right now. So this is a timeless reading. So if you stumbled across this video, this message was meant to find you. And I will ask that you use your intuition in order to gauge whether this reading is resonating for you or not. So that would include you seeing, hearing, or feeling something that will confirm to you that this is your message. All right, so we're going to pick 3 cards, and these will be your 3 options, 3 piles to choose from with your message. And it is absolutely okay to be drawn to multiple piles. Could just mean there's multiple energies sitting in the various piles here with messages for you. We'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message here for the beautiful viewer in regards to what they need to know right here, right now in this timeless reading. Can we get one more pick, one more card? All right, so beautiful viewer, if you are drawn to the back side of any one of these energetically, go ahead and select from the timestamp that will be in the description box and in the pinned comment below. For those of you guys needing more guidance to pull you into the right pile for you, I will flip these over and we will take a look at your 3 options. So option number 1, 2, and 3. For option 1, we have bliss with trust. Option number 2, we have gateway with vision. And option number 3, we have Gwangwani Jemai with sexuality. So feel free to pause the video and focus on these 3. And I will leave the video running for a little bit so you don't get the bar and down below, so that you can concentrate on whichever one feels right. And like I said, if you're drawn to multiple piles, that is absolutely fine. I will see you at your pick. Hello, my beautiful. Pick number 1, you pick bliss with trust. Beautiful. Let's take a look at your message from Spirit in regards to what you need to know right now. So this is a timeless reading. So whenever you click on the video, the message was meant to find you. I do ask that you use your intuition so that you know and you can confirm that this message is indeed for you by coming up with something you will see, feel, or hear. And this will confirm to you that indeed this is your reading. All right, beautiful viewer. We have Ancestor of Protection. We have Spirit of Wisdom. Well, feel free to pause the video if you want to zoom in on these cards. Take a look at the symbolism, the images, the words, whatever it is that you can confirm is with your intuition here is resonating for you. We have this oracle card. All right. Number 30 with Horseman, Herald of Change. We have Exposed and Revealed, 21. We have sirens going on in the background outside. Might be significant. Financial security. We have What Does Your Soul Say with the number 62 or the number 8. We have the Dancer, number 8, coming out again. Beautiful card. It says, you must feel free to express yourself if you want to live a truly authentic life of quality and meaning. Our soul's dance is unending. We have the mudra, number 15, with reassurance. Shanka mudra. Beautiful message you need to know with reassurance. Well, that's beautiful. So it says here, inner well-being, inner nourishment, and safety. Self-assurance guides me to perfect well-being. And we also have the mudra of harmony. Wow, 14 and 15 in sequence here. This is the Trimurta mudra. Try saying that really fast 3 times. Life transitions, equanimity, balance, and harmony accompany all of my transitions. Orange. So we have sacral chakra. Okay. So I think I will pull maybe three tarot cards here. And we'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message here for beautiful pile number 1. Spirit, what do they need to know right here, right now? What is this message, reminder, what they're needing to know? Thank you so much, Spirit. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. And thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. All right, so we have 2 cards coming out there. So let's see. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the 6 of Swords. And we have the 7 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. Okay. Well, make sure I'm in frame. All right. Pile 1. Let me take a look at this energy here and see what's coming through for you. It's interesting. We have the 7 of Cups, and the scene is the scene of the 7 of Wands, which you have below here. So your message is actually quite clear here. I feel like there's something that you're working on expressing that you feel at a deep soul level. And I feel like this will allow you to liberate yourself. It will also bring in a lot of change for you. I think it will free you from whatever situation you're currently in, because I do feel like you might be in a situation where you feel like you're engaging a lot of your time, a lot of your effort, and it's unfulfilling, or you're not quite getting what it is that you want. Although having to shift yourself towards whatever this thing is would take some risk, because I think it would require you to expose yourself in some way or be vulnerable in expressing how you're feeling about something, and it might impact a lot of people around you, your situation, your circumstance. I'm not sure that you feel like you would be completely supported by your family or your friends or people here who you're just not sure if this is the best thing. but you do feel it deep within you. And I feel like you've been potentially reserved or held back in doing this because of your thoughts of how this could maybe not be the best thing for everybody. So I feel like this message here from Spirit, what you need to hear and know right now is that there is reassurance here from Spirit that moving towards what it is that you're feeling inside, despite maybe your mind telling you otherwise, that this is actually a right move for you to really listen to your soul's expression and be able to communicate this. And it will free you, and it might make you feel vulnerable. So you're concerned how people will react and whether people will take this as something that makes them see you differently or think less of you. So there's an unknown here, but I feel like there's a strong message of you trusting that when you do this, it'll liberate you and it'll bring a lot of change and momentum in your life away from things that are unfulfilled and not working. I also feel like you're highly protected in doing so and going through this path. Now, I feel like you might be concerned with how you can physically get something maybe off the ground here with the financial security. Like maybe in order to do this, you feel like you need to have something in this practical world supporting this decision, like enough money or a place or a job or own something. And I feel like the message here from Spirit is you don't need to have XYZ set up in the practical material world before you are moving in that direction. The message here is for you to move in that direction, and whatever sort of practical security, financial security, monetary security you need will come as a result of you shifting the energy. I don't know if you feel like you're up against people who know better or have more social, I don't know, like stature, or seem more experienced, or just you feel like maybe you have imposter syndrome, or that you'll be judged for your, I don't know, there's something here that you feel a little bit inferior maybe, and exposing this leaves you feeling very vulnerable. So I feel like the message here is allowing yourself to express this and show this openly, because you are in a position of advantage here. And I feel like the only thing really that's kind of getting in the way is what you're telling yourself and your thoughts that might be holding you back from moving forward, and something maybe you believe to be true when you were younger. I do feel like the inner child is coming through here as something that you might have to acknowledge and carry through this period, because I feel like there is a message here that the inner child might be wanting to be acknowledged, wanting to be dealt with in a way that allows you to move forward with harmony and bliss. I feel like this decision to make yourself vulnerable and speak your truth and what your soul is feeling will bring in this this beautiful positive energy and momentum that I feel will start to kind of snowball into bigger and greater things that will then build upon your stability, build upon your security, build upon your financial world, but also just you as an individual, the success and You must feel free to express yourself if you want to live a truly authentic life of quality and meaning. Our soul's dance is unending. Yeah. There's something about your quality of life right now is unfulfilling for you in some way, or at least it's coming through in the cards this way. And you know that there's something better, or at least there's an inkling here of something that has already come to your awareness that you could follow up on, but it's unknown to you because it seems like it's just a dream or a wish or something that doesn't seem real, or seems like a desire vision of something very distant, but it actually is not. Pile 1, this is really beautiful. So we're going to ask Spirit. I'm going to put these 4 tarot cards back in the tarot pack, and we're going to ask Spirit for just a little bit more guidance here and see what Spirit wants to communicate. Spirit, can we get some guidance for pile 1 in regards to what they're having to communicate here in order to get to this beautiful position of power and strength and bliss? What advice do they need to know right now? Anything further the viewer needs to hear that is unclear to them at this moment that I can channel for them? Thank you so much, Spirit. We have the Lovers. I sound so sad. We have the Lovers. Well, the Lovers is a choice, and it could certainly be in regards to love. Something we love, someone we love, a passion of ours, a person, a desire. We're at a crossroads, and we want to choose our person, our purpose, or dream, our dream person, our dream job, something that we feel we want, but we might feel bad about it. We feel bad. We have the devil, and we're held back because of some sort of unhealthy thought. Maybe, like I said, the inner child, some experience we had, some belief we're carrying on to. Maybe we believe we're not deserving, or we feel bad for doing it, or we're not worthy of it, or like the other person might reject us, or people in our life might not see it, or we don't have enough sort of stability, or something here is holding you back in an unhealthy way to choose this. But Spirit's saying you can choose this. There's nothing more that you're needing to do. In fact, by choosing this, this is the more that's bringing into your life all of this. And I feel like also there's a message coming through. The love from other people around you and the support comes through even stronger, watching you go through this change, because it is a strength within you that becomes very visible to those who have been around you, who have seen you maybe go through periods of struggle, or they just witness this growth within you. So I don't know if that's maybe a thing you tell yourself, maybe an excuse to hold you back too, but this is solely your journey. But if you're needing that reassurance, interesting enough, that came right beside this reassurance, is that whoever is involved in your surrounding energy, I feel the support here increases, and there is an appreciation and a respect here and a full support from your community. And the ones that don't, if there are any, I don't feel get in the way at all. Like it doesn't become a thing here. Yeah, we have the Three of Cups, which is depicted in the scene of the Three of Swords. So this could be heartache we've experienced in the past due to separation or pains we've suffered, and now we're healing, and that was represented by the Four of Swords, healing that heart wound that might still be open, might still be bleeding, and having to now step forward. The Three of Cups is all about opening that heart space again. It's all about allowing ourselves to be exposed in the heart space. And this is going to bring upon further healing. Allow whatever sort of suffering you've experienced. I'm also getting from Spirit that remaining in an environment here that doesn't nurture this, staying kind of in a protected stance, actually causes more prolonging of the bleeding, and you remain in kind of the stormy weather of feeling the same pains prolonged. Yeah, and that allowing yourself to be exposed in some way or speak a truth of your soul begins this journey and allows the clouds to part and allows the rain to stop, and then the healing starts. So you might feel like you don't know how to stop the bleed, and that you feel once the bleed stops or once the pain's away, you can then move forward. But it's actually the opposite here. What I'm seeing is, and hearing here from spirit, is that the pain becomes less and less and starts to calcify more, and the bleeding stops once the rain stops. And it's the environment, because I feel like the rain keeps it wet. The rain and the moisture keeps the wound alive. So we need sun, we need air, we need to dry our wound. And I feel like your environment right now, although maybe not so turbulent, it feels as though something in your environment is keeping this wound open. So subconsciously, because we were seeing the inner child, you might want, okay, just give me a second, I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was my auntie, synchronistically for me. Very interesting, but all right. I'm very sorry for that break. Now, normally when I get an interruption, when I'm doing a reading, there is confirmation from what I'm saying is accurate, or spirit is kind of confirming to me what I was saying. And so I was talking about something in the childhood that potentially we were trying to resolve, or a pain we were trying to resolve, but we're doing so in an environment that is still not ideal for the healing to happen, because the rain is keeping the scars, the pain, the open wounds kind of wet. So it's not allowing it to fully heal, cauterize, and get healed. So I feel like not only walking and talking in your truth here is going to be something you desire and fulfilling for you, I feel like it's also going to be very healing and allow the process of the healing to occur and get you out of a situation that you might feel, I don't know, I think you might feel, maybe you believe it to be good for you. I think there's something unhealthy about your environment that maybe you're telling yourself is good, or maybe you feel has you stuck, or maybe you feel however you're feeling. But I think it might be an unhealthy way of you coping. It might be a comfort zone. It might be a reaction to, yeah, and there goes my emails, confirmation, a reaction to protecting ourselves. So we cling on to something that is known. Yes. So I feel like there's an opportunity here to heal yourself, to open your heart space. And I do feel with the Lovers here and the Three of Cups that this could certainly be around a loving partnership between you and somebody else here, okay? And this could be reconciling. And like I said, there could be other people involved as well, so we might be concerned. But I feel like the heart and the soul knows which way the truth is. And being open and honest and exposed will reveal to you exactly what it is that you're needing to see. All right, we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is also my twin flame card, because it's the 1111 card, although this is the scene of the Four of Cups. So this is interesting, very interesting. Same energy this whole reading is giving me. Now, the fourth house is all about home, roots, family, emotions, foundation. And so the Four of Wands is coming together. It's a marriage. It's a union between two people, two lovers, building a marriage, building a structure, or whatever marriage means to you, a union. The fact that we have the Four of Cups, I see here as this being some sort of unrequited love, or someone not reactive to what's in front of them, someone not seeing or focused on what's not working here. And Wands are all about passion and inspiration and having that drive to move forward. So I'm getting more messages here, and I'm trying to sort through. With the Three of Swords, or sorry, Three of Swords, Three of Wands we're seeing here, separate from the one wand. Three of Wands is all about doing the groundwork and preparing ourselves. I think what you're trying to do to prepare yourself, or maybe you're telling yourself you're preparing yourself, or something I think you're doing, or you're telling, again, it's coming through. And it's very subtle, but it comes through in waves here energetically. It's like, I need a certain amount of money, or I need this home, or this thing, or this job, or this thing to happen first to lay the groundwork before I can go after, chase after, or enjoy or explore. But I think whatever you're telling yourself that you need first, or what's not there, I think you're focused on the what's not there. And I think this is holding you back. And I think subconsciously, I think you're doing it in a way thinking you're helping yourself, or telling yourself you're helping yourself in a conscious way. But subconsciously, I think this is a way of you not allowing yourself to move forward, not allowing yourself to fully heal here. So you stay in a constant state of preparation, or in a constant state of, I will eventually get there, in a constant state of analysis paralysis in some sort of way, where the universe is handing you this opportunity. And the Ace of Wands is exploration. Sometimes we just take that risk and that jump, not knowing. And I feel like the one not knowing that's coming through, this is interesting because I am getting Ace of Wands, or Knight of Wands from this card, is like trusting the journey, trusting the journey, that we might not have everything sort of planned out in that way. But that is what Spirit is telling you is the way to go about this journey. It's like trust the universe, trust that bliss is coming, trust your inspiration, trust your passion, that you cannot plan, prepare, or iron out every single thing to be in line. And for those of you guys who, I'll just use this as an analogy, who might have children, and before you had kids, maybe you wanted kids, or for whoever wants kids, but it's like, you're never really ready. It's like you could tell yourself, once I own my home, or once I have a very good job, or once I make this sort of income, and you're never ready. So it's almost like you have to just get pregnant or have your child in whatever state you're kind of in, and then you see how your world adapts very quickly, and it doesn't feel wrong, it feels right. You don't then say it was the wrong time. It's always the right time, and it was the perfect time for you to mature, adapt, and live the life that you are. Not saying that you need to have children, but that's an example, like you can't prepare for these things. This is kind of that situation where there is no more preparation. There is nothing further that's going to come of you stalling or contemplating. The only thing that's happening is, I think, a block here, and not allowing you to move forward, and potentially your opportunity to choose might be withdrawn here if we delay, if we don't move. Okay, so yeah, Wheel of Fortune, now is the time. The timing is right here. And it's interesting, we have the Death figure here on the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like our environment is now tired. We're sitting in an environment that no longer serves us. We're presenting ourselves in an environment that doesn't allow for growth, that is exhaust now of any sort of transformation that can happen. I'm seeing the Child here again. So I feel like you might be really, really stuck in hanging out in a situation, in an environment that doesn't foster your growth, that isn't pushing you towards something that will allow for expansion of yourself. And Spirit has a way of doing this to us when we get too comfortable or confined, and we might coast, or we might be on autopilot, or we might think we have things kind of all under control here, and we get turned upside down in a way, because there is always a need for us to expand as humans and evolve and ascend to the greatest version of who we can be and what we can be, so that we are on this continuous growth and expansion of self. So I feel like there is a strong indication here of what's happening here is highly fated in your life right now, and you might be resisting the movement, resisting allowing yourself to be open to what is the natural flow. You might be resisting, and what happens is then you start to feel anxious, and then you might start to feel depression, and then you might start to feel anger. You might start to feel a whole bunch of ways, because that's resistance instead of allowing and accepting and going with the flow of the divine energy that's trying to allow you to move on, move forward from a situation. And it could be, again, like, because we don't want to experience pains, or because of pains we've experienced, that we subconsciously are just resistant now to something that might feel similar or reminds us of something. Okay, so this is what you're needing to hear. Beautiful viewer, I hope this helped you. If you were drawn to another pile, then I will see you there. And I love you guys very much. You got this. I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. You picked the Gateway Vision. Beautiful card. Now, I do ask that you use your intuition, all right, to see, feel, or hear whatever it is that's going to confirm to you that indeed this is your message. And we are asking Spirit for, what do you need to know? What do you need to hear right now, this timeless message? And we will take a look at your oracle cards. So feel free to pause the video and look at these cards, because there might be something here that triggers some sort of memory, something in your subconscious, maybe something that will resonate for you. All right, so we have Gateway Vision. We have Spirit of Challenge. We have Shaman of Stars. Wow. We have this oracle card. Don't know if that's a cat. Looks like a cat coming from a cave of sorts. We have In the Hand, the universe is your partner, with 31, or the number 4. Deep Diver, diving into a task, with the number 10. We have the Storyteller, number 17, or the number 8. We have Let Go, with the crab here. Some of you guys might be resonating with Cancer. We have Overthinking Can Spoil the Magic, double O, double zeros. I am getting a pendulum from this. So I have my pendulum right here, actually. It's staring at me. So I am tempted to do the pendulum for you guys at the end of this reading. So you will come up with a yes, no, and we will try to remember to do that pendulum here and ask a yes, no question. I'll give you guys time to come up with your yes, no question in a bit. So we have the Initiate, number 18, or the number 9. The Initiate, acknowledge what you do not know and learn with a beginner's mind so you can become accepted as an authority one day. Acknowledge what you do not know and learn with a beginner's mind so you can become accepted as an authority one day. Okay. Shaman of Stars. We have number 34, or the number 7, with Consciousness. Sita Mudra. Consciousness, wisdom, clarity, concentration. Consciousness guides me to true clarity and freedom. Okay, I will pull some tarot here. A little bit of tarot so that we can get a little bit more insight into your message before I begin your reading. All right, Spirit, clear and concise message here for beautiful pile number 2, for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2, Spirit. Please protect me as I channel this message and the viewer. We will ask What do they need to know or hear, right now? What message do they need to know or hear right now? Spirit, thank you so much. And thank you so much, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. I'm so appreciative and grateful. Thank you so much. All right, we have Temperance. We have the 2 of Wands. We have Strength. And I do feel one more. This one jumping out. We have the 3 of Swords. Okay, pile 2. I don't know if I called you pile 1. Pile 2. Let me pick up your energy here. Okay. Okay. I feel like there's an energy here that you're involved with that is sort of aggressive in some way. I feel like you're focused on something, but I feel like it might not be stemming from a place of what you want. Like, it's like a guarded energy, defensive energy, but it's also like offensive. I feel it's like an aggressive energy I'm feeling here. But I feel like I think that either you're tired of being on the offensive, or maybe you don't know yet, and this is what the message is. Let me walk through this, because I do feel like you're showing up as somebody who is fighting for something and out there and assertive and protective of whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, and there's this energy. But I feel there's something underlying that is wanting a break, that there is a different way for you to allow yourself to get to where you want to go. But I feel like you might be telling yourself something, that you have to do it this way, or there's something about being in this sort of energy that you feel is going to achieve something for you, an outcome to bring you some sort of peace. But I feel inside you want peace, and you want whatever this sort of outcome is for yourself. I think it's like more attaining a state of being, or I don't know, like you want, maybe, I was going to say revenge, or maybe you just want justice, or maybe you want to bring something forward. But the way I feel you're going about it is still from a place of pain. It's still from a place of aggression. And I feel like it's causing more pain to the situation and to yourself, because I feel like there is something going on deep within you that needs to be addressed in a different way. And I feel like there is a more balanced way for you to show up. And this could involve another person, people, or just the situation. But I feel like whatever energy you're confronting or up against or trying to resolve in some way, I think you're trying to strong arm them in some physical way, or be overly powerful in a way that doesn't really allow for things to heal or for things to balance. I think there's a piece of this story that I think you might not have allowed yourself to fully go through, like that is deep within you, that needs to come to your awareness, because I think you're pushing it down. It is more truth about the situation or the circumstance that needs to be seen from an unbiased lens, in a very truthful way, where we release our ego and we have let go here, okay? And we have the ego card here with the strength. And I'm seeing the judgment, which is all about when we come to review past karmas, situations, from a perspective of dropping ego in order to gain a truth so that we can make an impact and change something. And I feel like something was hurtful. And I feel like the desired outcome is to work with another to come in a balanced give and take way to make something better. And it could be better, but there's a couple things here coming through. Are we not wanting things to get better, to work better, because we might still be hanging on to an anger or hanging on to something we haven't fully seen from the perspective of us needing to let go of it because it no longer serves us or this person or the situation in order to accomplish something greater or bigger. And you might be subconsciously dragging your feet to get better or to come balanced. Acknowledge what you do not know and learn with a beginner's mindset so you can become accepted as an authority one day. So this is this judgment here. It's like it takes us time to review situations from an unbiased perspective of putting all the information together to make a decision on how we're going to show up, how we're going to continue, how we want to energetically contribute to a situation, to a relationship, to something, in order to start to build something positive, to create something. But I feel like you're showing up right now in a way that is maybe more aggressive, assertive, or based on information that is more visible and surface. So I think it's causing pain for both you and the situation. It's more of a, I was going to say like a hindrance or a slowdown, or causing, more pain than answers. And it's easy to kind of act on what we know or aware of. The difficult part is, what are we not aware of that is also true? Because there is a part of us telling ourselves something here is true, and it could very well be true because it's made itself conscious to us, but it's how we see it or how we spin it to ourselves that justifies to us whether we're justified in being aggressive, or we're justified in being angry, or we're justified in how we show up. So there's a need to dive in deeper to your subconscious here, although it might be painful to dig in deeper here, or even see that we might have been reactive to surface energy and not to a deeper truth. Allow yourself to let go of any sort of regrets or anger or whatever sort of initial energies you might feel, in order for things to get better, in order for you to present yourself in a situation that is somebody who is workable. Because I think the outcome that you want, or that you're pushing for, the agenda, the narrative, the thing, the healing, the outcome, I think it's there for you, but I just feel like the more you're going about it the way that you are, I don't think you're going to attain it or achieve it, because it's pushing away the very thing or hurting the thing. So we have gateway with vision. I do feel like you're kind of on that threshold of seeing what this is, because it's made itself visible. I think you're not either wanting to see it or have not turned to see it, have not maybe dived in, because subconsciously we could just cover it up with something else we're telling ourselves. But there is this healing energy that comes with seeing this. There's a way to heal yourself. And also there's a way to heal what could be and move towards what could be, and with the healing of the situation. Yeah, and maybe a situation kind of morphed, right, with the overthinking. Maybe a situation that could have been magic, or a situation that could have been very balanced and ideal and loving and giving and healing and therapeutic might have turned into something that was painful, or might have turned into something here that didn't need to happen here, because maybe we got more stuck in seeing what was right in front of us, and then we built on that story in our mind, and then started to maybe make untruths or see something differently with the vision here, and we were seeing it differently than what was actually the thing. So Spirit is encouraging you with this message. What you need to hear, it's like, be like a child here, see this for the first time, and acknowledge that you don't know anything, let's say. Okay, so I'm not saying that you don't know anything, I'm just saying, like, acknowledge from the beginning that maybe you don't know anything, and this way you will learn what you might be missing. Because if we come in knowing, thinking we know, we might miss what we don't know. I hope you follow. And the fact that the universe is your partner, I feel like this situation, this person, the thing that I feel you're resisting against, and I don't feel like you're trying to resist against, I feel like you're trying to work with and move towards, but the more you're moving towards, the more this thing is resisting or getting more difficult. It's because of the way you're engaging. But I feel like this thing, this person, I feel like this is symbolic of the universe, because what the universe here is your partner. It's like you can create and build here with this situation, this person, based on how you show up, and the universe is willing to make things happen and work with you. But we got to be out of ego, we got to be out of untruths, we got to be out of a desire to have an outcome based on something that I feel might be stemmed from an unhurt of the past, or an egoic place of pain. Because I feel there's a loneliness here with you, and I don't feel you want to be lonely. And it's like, that energy of someone who is lonely, and then they're like crotchety to all the people around them. Although they're very loving people, but they're grouchy, or nobody wants to get near them because they fear this person might have like a temper, or this person has outbursts, or this person pushes people in a way, but they want the opposite. It's like they want company, or they want to have someone that cares about them. So but the only way they know how to is be aggressive or assertive or angry or mean in some way. So it appears as though they're mean, or it appears as though they're pushing people away, but deep down they're loving. And sometimes we do that to the people we care about most, maybe to prove to ourselves if this person loves us more, or we tell ourselves some sort of story we believe. If this person was to stay with me in my violence, or in my anger, or in my low times, then this person definitely loves me or is worthy of it. But Spirit is saying, no, no, that's coming from an unhealed place. Now, obviously, I mean, if we're in our worst energy and we have people that support us because we go through ups and downs, then, people love us when we're in our downs, and sometimes we can be, not at our best. But I think you have it flipped here, where this energy is like a constant thing here. And so you're getting the opposite results. Not getting the partner you want, not getting the cooperation, not getting the healing you want. And I do feel it was stemming from a wound of sorts that you've experienced. It could have been in a relationship where you wanted love and somebody betrayed you. I feel like you're trying to manifest maybe a partnership. Maybe you're trying to manifest peace. You're trying to manifest a long-term partner who will be there for you in some way that you want for yourself. But I think how you're going about it and what you're telling yourself it needs to happen in that way will make you feel better about it, or that's the only way it could be true, or that's the only way it could show that this person loves you, or that this situation was meant to be, or that things are right. But I think you need to throw that all kind of away, and maybe easier said than done, because there is some healing here that needs to happen. But I think maybe just being aware of it and saying, is this coming from a place of hurt? Am I pushing someone away? Am I saying something vicious? Am I on the defensive here? Or am I doing the opposite of what this situation calls for out of a reactionary, unconscious place? And once we're consciously aware of it, when we're doing it and how we're doing it, bit by bit, we have to allow ourselves to be aware so we can let go of pains and surface reactions. And maybe we just need to take the break or pause and then show up in a way that is more balanced, show up in a way that isn't as combative, confrontational, assertive, aggressive. Yeah, I feel like there's something here with us needing to go in deeper. So let's get a few more cards here of advice with the tarot, and then we'll pull, or we'll do the pendulum. Yes, no. So Spirit, can we get some advice? What am I missing here in this message for pile number 2? What further do they need to know? Anything that they're unclear about here that needs to be communicated? Something I might have miscommunicated? Any advice, guidance? Thank you so much, spirits. I'm truly blessed. All right. We have the Star as my email went off, which confirms this beautiful healing card. This is a desire and a hope and a wish. This is the Emperor without his garb. Temperance coming out again, you guys. More healing. Both of those are healing cards. Coming out again. You guys saw me shuffle. You saw me shuffle. You saw me shuffle. 3 of Swords. Yeah, that's the Magician. Lots of pain there, you guys. And look, 10 of Cups. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I am tempted to see the bottom. The Hierophant with the Temperance, which we were seeing. Now for the 3rd time, Temperance. Temper ourselves. Patience, but also about balance. Also about healed energy. How we show up is kind of what we bring in, right? Like the 2 cups here. And 1 cup is fallen down here with spilt emotions. This Temperance is turned into stone. So the message here is all about how you can temper yourself and how you're showing up, you guys. And I feel like how you're showing up could involve in a love partnership, because we were seeing the 2 of Wands when the 2 of Cups scene, which is 2 people here, and the decision and the choice is yours of how you're going to show up. And maybe 1 cup belongs to you and 1 cup belongs to somebody else, but how you're showing up here, you need to get balanced within yourself. And you might feel like this stone Temperance here, this angel who's like turned to stone because of a very painful experience. So you might be kind of cold. You might be, yeah, maybe kind of stoic or cold or not expressive or not showing emotions. But I feel you want to manifest something, and I feel you're heartbroken. I feel you want to create something, or there's a potential to create something with somebody that I feel you love. But there's a need to get very honest and take a look at what has transpired to this point in your life. And because we see the Hierophant, it's like a belief system we have, a value. Maybe we were raised to believe that, because again, this is the Emperor, okay? And the Emperor has no clothes. So I feel like this Emperor might have a challenge being vulnerable. You know, this Emperor might have a challenge expressing emotions in a way, or dealing with his emotions, because he might feel vulnerable, or he might say, you know, masculine energy doesn't show or express himself. Or if he does express himself, it's out of a place of I'm a man and therefore I'm all these things. Okay, now this isn't necessarily gender specific, but if we've experienced pain as a divine feminine, we could say, well, in order to be an independent, strong woman, I have to be in my masculine energy and have this energy about me, you know. But I feel like there's a need to get very vulnerable, first within yourself, for sure, okay? Because I'm also getting hermit from this guy's beard. So I feel like there's a need to look at your own emotions, because you might be disconnected from how you're feeling inside. And if you're well aware of it, allow yourself to be vulnerable with yourself, feel it, allow yourself to heal. Okay, introspection, really be honest, really take a look at yourself and what you've experienced, because I feel like the more you do that, oh look, it might be the hermit, because we see the lantern here, which is the star card. Okay, this star is all about our wish and our desire and our hope, our manifestations, what we want. We might be going about what we want in the complete opposite way, because we're taught to believe something about ourselves, or some upbringing or some ideology, structure, belief that doesn't allow us to heal, doesn't allow us to be vulnerable. And look, both naked here, okay? Something about being vulnerable, something about being exposed, something about tempering a situation with one's feelings, with one's truth, will bring healing to a situation and to ourselves, and it will allow you to manifest something. And what it's going to allow you to manifest is this beautiful 10 of Cups for yourself. 10 of Cups is the ultimate idolized future of two people coming together to build a family, emotional stability, happiness. It's the potential of everything that's wonderful in this life shared with someone else. Okay, now if you don't want to have children and family and marriage and that sort of thing, it's like your idolized version of the future of emotional fulfillment and contentment for yourself. You're able to manifest this with someone else, okay, or to bring this towards you, this happiness. And I don't feel like you feel like you're able to do this, or you haven't done this so far, and maybe you're not aware of why not. And maybe you are aware of why not, but you're not sure what you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to be doing. And I don't tell people what they're supposed to do, but this one's very clear, is there's a need to get very balanced, heal whatever sort of part of yourself is telling yourself that you need to show up in a different way because that's how you were raised or taught or believed to be true, and drop the defensiveness, the guard, the part of you that is, I don't know, like causing pain or biting others in a way. Yeah, for some of you guys, you might be indulging in things that aren't healthy for you, like drinking or overindulging in I don't know, like what you're doing to yourself, I feel, is what I'm getting from here. You're doing something to yourself that's causing you more pain. And I feel you know it. And then you feel like shit afterwards and unable to do anything. And you feel like this guy because you're not manifesting something. So there's a need to acknowledge. We might be telling ourselves why we're doing it, or that we need to do it this way because this is what we deserve, or there's something maybe that feels good about this, but afterwards not. But I feel like you know it's not good for you. And look, more spilled cups here. Spilled emotions. Maybe we have outbursts of emotions, maybe in an unhealthy way. And then we feel bad about it. Maybe we feel like if we're overwhelmed with emotions, we feel like we can't handle it, or like we're drunk on emotions and we don't know what to do. There's a lot coming through here, but I feel like whatever it is, there's a need to remain in a way that allows you to honor yourself, your true self, not what you were cultured to believe or whatever here. And if you have to resist your feeling, if you have to go against it, then that's not right. if you're treating yourself and your body, your physical vessel, in a way that doesn't make you feel good, to punish yourself in a way that's not good either. There's lots of healing here that needs to happen. And I do feel like a lot of you guys might not be taking care of yourself. Queen of Swords in the reverse. This is my bitch card. For those of you guys who have been here for a while, because I feel like the Queen of Swords in reverse is someone who is fairly bitter or angry about maybe an experience they had. So they'd rather be push people away or be cold based on circumstance, but it could also be needing to get very certain and clear. And if we don't have all the information, you know, if we think we do, but we don't, and we tell ourselves we do, but we need to do some judgment, and we're already acting in this sort of energy, then we don't get to the bottom of the truth. We don't have clarity and certainty. And the Five of Pentacles is all about coming out of a state where we feel like we're out in the cold, but the key is in our hands. The key. Yeah, I feel like the key is in your hands to get out of a situation that you feel left out in the cold. You feel like you're alone in some way. And look, this person doesn't want to help, and everyone's helping, putting back the pieces here. And then once the pieces are all put together, this person feels kind of foolish, because then they're like, oh, these people were able to put this together, and I was like not wanting to help, or thinking they couldn't do it, or being the stick in the mud, or I don't know, acting in a certain way that's self-sabotagey here, instead of helping or allowing oneself to tap into that side of them. So pile number 2, there's a lot of healing needing to happen here. But I think the first step is to be conscious of this. Okay, and then the letting go. I feel like there is a need to let go of pain, and it's easier to just say, just let go of pain. I don't know what you need to do to let go of pain, but something needs to happen here where you heal yourself, where you find out, because the key's in your hand, where you find out what you can do to help yourself. Because for all of you guys is different. You need to help yourself, because I feel like by helping yourself, you get closer to your dreams, your desire, and your wish here. And I feel you really want to have bonding. You really want to have that choice, that opportunity to connect, to build something beautiful for yourself. And I think in order for you to start that and manifest that, there has to be an acknowledgement here that maybe you don't know nothing. Okay? Maybe you don't. Just be open to that concept and start anew and see the vision here, because I feel like it's right there for you to see and touch. And I also feel like there's someone loyal around you. Okay, I feel like you have somebody beside you. I feel like there's a friend, a person, someone who can help you or understands you. I do feel someone understands you, maybe better than you think, who might allow you to go through this a little more safely. See the skull here, which is the death card. That's the spiritual change. That's where we shed everything that doesn't serve us, okay? And I feel like you have someone loyal here who can kind of go through this transition with you, or be by your side as you kind of transition. All right, so let's get to the pendulum. Yes, no. Maybe this will provide further clarity for you guys. So come up with your yes, no. It should be something very clear that gets answered by a yes, no. All right, a yes, no answer only. And you can pause while you think of your question. The shorter the question, maybe the more clarity. So get your questions ready, and I will ask that Spirit gives us a yes, no on your question for the viewer for pile 2. Thank you, Spirit. Right now, ask your question. All right, so your answer is yes. For now, energy changes, so it could shift, but the answer is yes. All right, so take that as you will. And remember, I'm just a pair of talking hands on the internet, so only you know the truths. Only take messages that resonate. Maybe only part of this resonated for you. If you're drawn to another pile, I will see you there. If not, please take care of yourself. I love you dearly. I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. You picked the Gwangwani Jemai with sexuality. So this is your pick. We are going to be looking at the oracle cards, and I asked spirits to communicate what you need to know or hear right now. And I've not looked at these, so I'm excited to reveal these with you. Now, please come up with something you will see, feel, or hear to confirm to your intuition that this is your message, all right? And if you are drawn to multiple piles, it's absolutely fine. Just means there could be multiple messages energetically in there for you. So let's take a look. We have Hunter of Dreams. Now, feel free to pause the video and zoom in on these cards so that you can see details that might trigger something subconsciously. We have Spirit of Empowerment. Hunter of Dreams, Spirit of Empowerment, Sexuality, the Companion. You feel these here, actually. Talk about the Companion. Interesting. And we have the blue and the green. Throat chakra, heart chakra coming through. We have a race here, number 5 and number 2. 5 is all about change. 2 is all about balance, partnership. Oh, we have a very graphic exposed card here. That's female exposed in some way. Sorry, I might as well flip the card the other way. All right, so just YouTube rules. I don't want to get demonetized here. Oh, and another one. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't know what's going on here. I got to look at it first. Okay, so we have a masculine and a feminine. Oh my goodness, I didn't see the feminine one. I've seen this one before. So we have the feminine and the masculine. I do feel like moving them together down here. Oh my goodness, you guys. Sexuality, and then I did not pick these. Companion. We have feminine and masculine naked body parts here, and then we have 2 people racing. Okay, use your intuition as well, okay? Because your intuition is going to be better than mine at telling your story here. So we have number 13, Dream Thief, Refusal of the Call. Oh my goodness, 13 is the death card in the tarot. Refusal of the Call. Okay, Winter's Dream. Dreams, dream, dream. I can't even get over how synchronistic this reading is. 63, or the number 9, we have Gestation Period. Gestation, look. Oh my goodness. I don't know, I'm getting goosebumps here in this reading. The Power of Purpose, number 18 or number 9 coming through again. Power of Purpose, 18. 18 is the Moon card in the tarot. All right, Divine Feminine, Subconscious, Power of Purpose. We have Good Luck, the Ladybug. My stomach's gurgling. You Are Magic with number 1, 2 hands. You Are Magic, Power of Purpose. We have the Seeker, number 7, the Seeker. The Seeker. The meaning of life is to seek ways to give your life meaning, doing so with gratitude, patience, and compassion for both others and yourself. Wow. The meaning of life is to give yourself, seek ways to give your life meaning, Power of Purpose. This is a pretty powerful reading, you guys. We have the Mantra of Oneness, number 39, or the number 12. Mani Ratna Mudra, Oneness. Spiritual union, balance, integration. I experience the oneness of everything. Holy powerful. Look at all the purple here with the crown chakra and also third eye. Purple, purple, purple everywhere. Purple here. The blues, the greens, the reds. Oh my goodness. You know what this means, you guys. I'm getting goosebumps. All right. I'm going to pull some tarot just for a little bit more here for you guys. Spirit, we will ask for pile number 3. What do they need to know here? I feel that one. Thank you so much, Spirit. Please protect me as I channel this message. Oh my goodness, so many cards. As I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. I am so blessed and grateful. Thank you, thank you. All right, let us put these cards out. So we have the 9 of Wands. We have the 6 of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the Hierophant. Those both came out for pile number 2. In fact, same with this one. And with this one as well. Interesting. King of Wands. Okay. I hope you guys can see. Let me make sure I'm in frame here. Yes, I can not have to be all squishy squashy. In fact, I do feel there is one up at the top here that we can pull. Queen of Pentacles, 2 queens. Okay. Oh, wow. Pile number 3. Where to begin? Yeah, you can see, right? Okay, so where to begin? It might take a bit to get to the main message. We're going to walk through this. Sexuality is coming through strong, but no but. I'm not sure how sexuality fits into this, so that might be something that might come through. What I'm really feeling is a balance here of masculine, feminine energy and a gestation period here before your big purpose is revealed. Pile number 3. There's coming into oneness of self. There is an understanding of your powers, of what you're able and capable of doing from within you. That's very magical. You can heal people. Again, I think this is similar to a reading I've done in the past. Like, there's a dormant energy within you, and maybe it's been coming out in spurts, or maybe you're well aware of it and trying to develop it, but your hands have an ability to heal, but you're also able to create something from within you into this world. So even if you're not using your hands, it's like whatever's coming to you through dreams, and the dream world could be fantasizing, could be us meditating, could be us dreaming. I think this is dreams for sure. And we get these insights that come to us, and then we're able to manifest here on earth and bring in that magical energy into creation. This is your purpose. And the more you do this, the more you are in tune with why you're here. And I feel like the gestation period might have been a long process and is still kind of going. I feel like a lot of you guys have experienced an ego death or a spiritual awakening, or you might resonate with someone who has gone through a spiritual ascension. You've had to shed a lot of yourself. You might have had a lot of changes. You might have completely flipped your world upside down in some sort of way. And I feel like there was a lot of struggle. Okay, now, I don't know where you are on this timeline, but I feel like the struggle is trying to figure out what's this all for, and why am I maybe suffering, or why the pain, or maybe there was a period of resisting the call, okay, or not understanding what we were supposed to be doing, or feeling vulnerable to something here that didn't feel like it was, I don't know, like needing to understand what it was for before we commit or devote ourselves to something here. Gestation period, I feel like all of your, like, I don't know if you guys have recently gone through like a Kundalini awakening of sorts, but I feel like all the chakras are opening. So you might be getting tingling in certain chakras, certain areas. This is all kind of new to me, okay? I think this might even be my pile, to be honest with you. I have no idea, but I can resonate here because with the Kundalini, there's parts of your body and your chakra that starts to purge karmic energies and stuck energies and debris energies and things that might be stuck in your energy from past, okay? And it could be from the past of this life or other lifetimes or whatever you believe, but it's energy that is stagnant, stuck, that needs to be expelled. It could be the smallest thing to the biggest thing, but anything that left an impression on your energy somewhere in there is released. And sometimes it's a painful process, and it goes through the chakras here in order for us to ascend. And then the energy comes out through the top of our head, which is the crown chakra. We get more in tune with spirit, but also intuitively we get downloads. We get kind of one with spirit. We become more balanced, masculine, feminine. We're able to have prophetic dreams. We're able to know things that we don't know how we knew. We're able to heal others through our knowing. And yeah, it's like we come into ourselves, and the process could take years and years and years. So I'm not saying that like you're completely into yourself, but I feel like there is a very strong energy of you coming into this balance and you coming into a full union of self, and being empowered. These are both cards of confidence, empowerment, being able to withstand anything that kind of comes. And I feel like whatever is painful around you, because there might still be painful situations, it's like you're able to withstand the storm. Like, look at this confidence of this person. This eagle as like talons that are like ripping this person's hands, is like bleeding, but this person's calm. This person's still able to carry the burdens, I guess, of every day, or the mundane tasks of every day, to build the fence. Okay, like I feel like this person, this energy I'm picking up, is someone of empowerment, somebody who is able to now understand what it was for, somebody who is victorious, somebody who's able to victoriously control the mind. Because I feel like when we go through this process, sometimes our mind gets in the way when we're navigating through a spiritual awakening where we are experiencing an ego death, because the biggest challenge is not getting stuck in a mental prison of sorts, or ruminating thoughts that doesn't allow us to release any negativity or thoughts that are held back. So I feel like there's a victory here over mind. There's a focus on the inner child. So any, again, traumas or things that have needed to surface up, I feel like you've been able to manage. And anything that might have been trapped in the mind, I feel like you're victorious over. You're able to confidently control your mind in a way. I think you could see clearly. Okay, I feel there is a knowing, but I also feel like when the crown chakra opens, there is also a wisdom and an understanding that we don't know where we got it from. So I feel like you're starting to know more things that are coming to you that you don't know how you know, but you get very clear. Your mind is sharp. And I feel like you are holding here with the star. I feel like there is like the stars representing your wish, your purpose in life, like your desire and your hope, and it's in your hands, man. Like, and also the carve out. It's like you own your world, and out of it you created your desire, and out of it you have in your hands, you created and attained for yourself what you desire, and you have both in your hands. Like, this is really powerful. Power number 3, pile number 3. Like, I feel this power here coming through. And the 9 of Cups is all about getting one's wish, one's fulfillment. And I feel like it's been a long time since you have been in an energy of not having to, like, look at this energy, like overabundant. Like, I feel like you've been in an energy of not allowing yourself to enjoy, not allowing yourself to be overflowed with the greatness of emotional gratitude that comes down from the heavens and pours on people because of their good karma. Like, I feel like almost you might have felt robbed, or you might have not have been able to experience an overabundance of, I don't know, of something here that I feel feeds your soul in some way. Yeah, it's been very difficult, I feel here. Like, even anything that might have been good might have caused bad. And like, maybe you really had to battle with addictions. Maybe you had to battle with a certain part of your emotions that was very difficult to control. Yeah, like in an unhealthy way. And we might have had to just stop, I feel. We might have just had to stop something and let it go. I feel like there's something here that you just, yeah, like for the greater good here. And with this King of Wands, like, this is a confident energy as well, like confidence, okay? So there's something about you being able to confidently now stop something that is not healthy emotionally, or be in control of yourself to the point where you have clear vision of what's right, what's wrong, what's good for you, what's not, what you are capable of, what you are engaged with, and things that might have caused pain no longer sway you. You're still able to focus on something here. You're able to see something. The meaning of life is to seek ways to give your life meaning, doing so with gratitude, patience, and compassion for both others and yourself. Yeah, like there's something here about being hurt. Maybe situations, circumstances are painful, have been painful. There's something about you no longer feeling that pain, or the pain's still there, or the situation's there and painful, but it's like it doesn't get to you, or you're able to stone it out in a way that allows you still to stay clear, focused, still attain what you want, still powerful, still confident, still capable. Like, there's this beautiful magic here, and maybe you felt like you would never get there, or you felt like the change was something that was never ending. And I mean, changes are usually never ending here, for the most part. I mean, change is inevitable. There's something I'm getting from this 5 and this 2 kind of racing. 2 could be a partnership coming into balance. This is the masculine, feminine. It's like changes within you while you're coming into balance of masculine, feminine energy. So the fact that we were seeing all the chakras, because I was seeing like the reds, the oranges, the greens, the blues, the yellows, the purple. Like, I feel like all your chakras are opening up and you've done a lot of work here. I feel like maybe there is a partnership, or maybe somebody around you in your environment here. It could be either masculine or feminine, depending on whatever you're resonating here with. But I might feel, or I feel as though there is, yeah, and we have companion. I feel like there's a partnership here that comes into play in some way. So sometimes we're triggered into these spiritual awakenings. Our Kundalini gets awakened by coming in contact with our twin flame. Okay, that is certainly a thing. Maybe there is something unhealthy here we're dealing with in a partnership. We're trying to find a companion that is uncertain to us in some way. Now, I feel like the empowerment's definitely coming very strong from a lot of these cards. So there's something about being empowered to find purpose, to having the control in your hands, to coming into union with self and balance. So I'm getting called to read this refusal of the call with the Dream Thief, because I don't know what this is about, and I still don't know where sexuality fits in, other than maybe there is a partner here. Maybe there is something to do with sexuality that needs to be addressed. So, which deck is this? That's this one. Okay, I haven't seen that card in this deck. So let me pull the Dream Thief and see what is this about. All right, so this is card 13. And it says, a rejection of the path of fulfillment, refusal of the call. The Dream Thief is a soft and compelling seductress. Her only purpose is to keep you hypnotized by comfort and sameness. She wants you to tell your old stories over and over so you don't evolve beyond them. Ask yourself whether you are reverting back to the familiarity of your origin story, or why you were wounded, or when you were rejected. Do you talk about how your family molded you as a child without also acknowledging that you've already become someone else? Teaching from an old wound will never allow you a new adventure. Instead, bring to mind how you've already changed, remembering that you have new stories to rely and build upon. Do you want to move beyond the barrier of glass you've placed between you and the horizon? You can, and it's not difficult. Answer the call to a new adventure and drop your resistance to sailing the uncharted seas of your potential. The wind will soothe and sing the Dream Thief to sleep so you can wake up and move forward. You're so much more than you know. Now it's time to express what has lain dormant. Your new adventure has already begun. So I feel for some of you guys, someone's trying to hold you back in some way who might not be where you're at in some way. And it could be a partner that you're sexually attracted to. Okay, it could be someone in your life here that is maybe trying to repeat the cycle here. Something unhealthy. I feel you stone colded it. You stone dropped it. Whatever the saying is. There's like an abrupt acknowledgement of something unhealthy. And so what I was feeling was this unhealthy thing was still around, but it doesn't impact you as much. Or acknowledging that something is unhealthy around you and not feeling or impacted in the same way that you would normally engage still allows you to continue. And like the book was saying, like I feel as though the awareness here of when someone can keep you stuck and how someone can keep you stuck and how someone might even seduce you or really pull you into that sort of energy might keep you sort of in a cycle of sorts. But I do feel like with this energy, there is an awareness. There is a coming into balance of self and an empowerment to break free from the cycle. So this could definitely be a reminder, if we're falling into old cycles, to be aware of where we are empowered to still remain in control of our own sort of forward ascension. We might have felt like we'd never get there in some way as well. I'm getting for a lot of you guys that your partner, your companion, is also in this race. So I feel like as you ascend, your partner is ascending in some way, in some capacity. Now, as we know, with these types of journeys, we might not necessarily end up in physical union, but there is a need to balance self so that our person, our twin flame, or other people involved also evolve, also ascend by our example here. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how the sexuality comes into play, but a big emphasis on the dream and this gestation period. And gestation, like I said, could be like sexual union of some sorts. My goodness. Okay, well, let's pull some more, because I don't know if I'm giving you guys clarity or just more questions than answers here, but let's ask Spirit then for some advice, a little more clarity or guidance, anything that I might have missed. For pile 3, that is unclear, Spirit. Can we get some more for pile 3? Clear and concise. Anything that I may have missed. Some guidance for 3. Thank you so much. I see your card here, here, and here. I do feel one more. Okay. So we have the King of Wands coming out again. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Very confident. It's also an ego card here. We have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords could be self-deception, could be, yeah, a need to get clear. There's a need to get clear. And we saw that Queen of Swords, that clarity, right? Because in our mind, there could be a lot of thoughts that start to cloud. And there's the rock again. And here we have one sword, the sword of truth in this rock. I feel like there is a truth here. And something to do with stoning something out or freezing or stopping something here in order to gain the truth, to gain the clarity, to get out of confusion, to be empowered. Six of Cups. Six of Cups is soulmate energy. Okay, this is memories of the past, people, persons, places, or things that bring us nostalgia, that make us feel like home. And this is the scene of the Six of Pentacles, where it is the balanced energy of giving to a situation. So the lilies are all about peace and experience. And look, the cloud. So it's like whatever was confusing in your mind, whatever wasn't clear, whatever wasn't truthful, I feel like there is now a peace. Although maybe we don't fully know, we know enough to be clear on our own. Like I feel like there's a peace in whatever confusion was there. I feel like there's a peace, like we were able to find peace. We were able to make peace with a confusing situation where maybe we felt like we were in a mind fuck of sorts, or we couldn't navigate or find a truth. I feel like we're empowered to find a truth here. And in order for us to feed ourselves and in a way that now emotionally is rewarding in a balanced way, we have the Six of Swords coming out again. This is the victory card, but also moving away from mental anguish, moving away from situations where we might have mentally been really caught up, and this is slow movement away to calmer waters, but in victory. And also, like I said, the inner child. And look, inner child with the lilies. I feel like your inner child's found some peace. Okay, and maybe this is what you're working on, but this is the energy coming through. This inner child's found peace through confusion, and it could be through a partnership that's been very confusing, or a person who's been, you know, sexually pulling at you, or maybe in your dreams of sorts there's been confusion. But I feel like, yeah, there is peace here that you have, and that you're freeing yourself from sort of any sort of mental heaviness or imprisonment of sorts. Judgment. This is depicting the animals from the moon card. Again, that confusion, that illusion. The confusion, the illusion, cutting through it, needing to see. And the illusion with the moon card is like out there, like what we don't see out there. We might see something that's not really there. And it is also subconscious. And subconscious ties back to, again, that inner child healing. So subconsciously, we're needing and doing a lot of healing to self, finding peace within self that we can control because it's within us. Anything external to us that's unclear, we cannot see, we cannot make up stories, we might not be privy to seeing it, it might not make sense, but we're able to stand in our truth, eliminate anything, or stone wall or stone out anything that isn't clear to us in order for us to find some sort of peace out of confusion. And the Judgment is all about that awareness, taking a look at a situation and coming to a conclusion and not repeating a cycle, because cycle was coming up in that book that I was reading. And I feel like the cycle could have been you self-sabotaging by repeating something, maybe an unhealthy relationship, or unhealthy, like we're seeing that Nine of Cups, that over drinking habit, whatever it was. I feel like the Seven of Swords is us doing something under the radar, maybe subconsciously, or not being open and honest that it might have been causing more harm than good in some way, but now we're able to answer sort of the awakening to see something for what it is. And even if we don't see it completely clear, we could still make a judgment call and saying this is something that is unhealthy, something that is unclear, something that isn't in my highest truth, and move away so that we can find peace of mind, so that we can continue to foster our inner child peace. Okay, because there's always healing that needs to be done, but I feel like there's a need to protect your inner child and move away in peace. Hangman, and this is the strength maiden. Okay, the strength is all about going inside and being able to face anything that we might be fearful of, a truth within us, face our ego or shadow self, use our willpower and our control in order to hold back, stone out, or move forward where we need to. So I feel like if you're engaged in a situation that has you tempting your willpower, and it doesn't have to be a person, because we were seeing it could be a situation. For a lot of you guys, it could be a person, a companion here, pulling at you. So it's like your strength to yourself, your willpower to yourself, your ability to control yourself in a way is going to help you navigate through this, because you are empowered. Now, because this is the Hangman, this is all about enlightenment. This is all about enlightenment as well. This is about us being given the understanding or the awareness to see things differently and accept them, and then be able to do something with it. But both of these cards, we haven't done anything yet. It's like the Hangman is a period of limbo. We can maybe see things now completely opposite from how we used to see them. We have a new perspective. We've gained some insight. We've reviewed. We might now see that things were unclear. We might now be aware of things in our subconscious with the moon, things in our inner child that we weren't aware of that now changes things. And now we need to take this information, and now we need to empower ourselves to do something in order to give, okay, and be able to receive, because this is a balance card, but give to things that are balanced, give to things that are emotionally fulfilling, give to things that we feel we can. So I do feel like I need a little bit more tarot here as kind of a wrap up. I know this has been a little bit all over the place, but it kind of makes sense to me in some way. So I hope it makes sense to you guys. Let's ask Spirit for final words here of advice. Any final words of advice here for pile 3, or why they're needing to hear this? Any guidance? I think mostly it's just so you can find your empowerment and your purpose here, to know that the power is in your hands to break any cycles that might feel unhealthy, or you might feel pulled, or you might have, just been maybe stuck in some way. So spirits, some advice and some final words here for the beautiful viewer. Thank you so much. We have the 8 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. That's the scene from the 7 of Swords coming out. We have the Fool and we have the 4 of Wands. So well, like I was saying, you might feel stuck. Maybe there is a partnership or situation where you felt stuck and you felt like you were battling, okay? Because the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Swords is where we feel like we're stuck in a mental prison and we're limited based on our own thoughts, okay? So it's like, it's Spirit telling us that if you do feel stuck, it's out of kind of your own making. There's no one else here that could make you stuck in any way. And if you're in your mind about it, you could feel like in some sort of loop, some sort of mental prison. But there's an ability for you to break out of this with the 8 of Wands, which is a breakthrough, and that's forward movement, and that's having progress and being inspired to do that, and having the empowerment to do that, because Wands is all about empowerment and inspiration, forward movement, It's also about communication. So interesting, the eyes are closed, but communication is soaring. So maybe we aren't seeing something and we're needing to communicate something or have a clear communication about something that maybe we don't see, because again, the moon was us not seeing something. Okay, there was the Seven of Cups scene, which was giving me that being in that illusion or not seeing clearly. So I'm getting a message here from Spirit: move forward, despite whether you could see the full picture. And you are free, so you just continue to move forward, whether you feel like you're restricted or not. That is in your mind. Your mind is telling you you're limited or restricted or imprisoned. You're not, but you don't see where you're going maybe, but you are empowered to move. Keep moving, keep communicating here, keep communication open. There's something about that Seven of Swords now coming out of it. I know this is Seven of Pentacles, but because this is the scene of the Seven of Swords, it's like wherever you were sabotaging yourself, there's now a need to communicate and be honest, okay, with the truths. And we could have been losing, because look at this, the Seven of Pentacles, losing valuable pieces of ourselves had we repeated another cycle, or felt like we were losing parts of ourselves or something of value here that could have been falling away if we were lying to ourselves or blind in some way. So now we're coming out of this so that we can retain what does matter, because Pentacles is all about like the practical things here, like what we can actually see and feel and control. And you know, I mean, control is an illusion, but anything outside of us is we can't control. We can only control what's within us. So I feel like Spirit is saying you're now jumping into this new phase with the Fool and the Empress. Empress is all about love, divine feminine energy, unconditional love. We saw masculine, feminine. I feel like there is a balance here. And I do feel like you are now receptive to receiving, giving love. This beautiful journey here with the Fool is you trusting that where you're headed to, although you don't see it, Spirit is saying trust that you're enlightened enough. You have the information you need. You've most likely received the communication you need in order to be empowered to move. Okay, just trust. Trust in yourself. And here we have the Four of Wands, which is my twin flame card. So we're cycling back to this companion, but Four of Wands is union. Four of Wands is building structure for the future. And out of the cloud here, out of the confusion, you still have this one Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is sexuality. This is divine masculine. This is the masculine sexual part here, okay? That's this guy right there. So, I don't know. I feel like something's being offered to you here from divine masculine. And it could be sexuality. It could be something, an inspired sort of thing here. And I feel like you might be in this sort of holding period with the Three of Wands. Or maybe you have been, but what Spirit is saying is Three of Wands is all about our ships coming in order for us to get on and move away and get on that journey. So I feel your ship is coming in. So there's no need to wait. There's no need to wait. And if you do have a partner here that is lagging behind you, know that your partner is eventually getting on this ship. I feel like Spirit wants to give you a reminder here, okay, of union. But I feel this is union of self, and this is trusting the divine. This is unconditional love. This is touching so many areas. This is also, I am feeling another energy here of a divine masculine who might not be ascended, who might be inspiring you to ascend. Okay, but I feel like whatever sort of low energy you might be hanging on to or experience doesn't have to be no more. Spirit is saying no more waiting, no more cycling, no more feeling imprisoned, no more wishful thinking or unhealthy behaviors. It's time to get honest. It's not time to drop anything of value. Continue on your journey. Trust in your dreams. Trust in your intuition. Trust in this unconditional love, that you're going in the right direction here, okay? Because you are whole and complete, and you're able to bring magic to this world. And this is where you find your purpose, where you're able to give to the world. All right? So this is what I have for you guys. Sorry for the long reading. This was very powerful. I could probably go on and on. I hope this brought you some sort of clarity. And if you're drawn to another pile, visit me there. If not, I love you very much. And don't forget to like this video. I will see you soon. Bye.